Hi there YouTube friends, welcome back to Auntie A's Kitchen, and in this week's video, another classic British recipe, sausage chips and beans. In the first part of the video, we'll make a classic version of this British comfort food, and in the second part of the video, a slightly healthier version of sausage chips and beans with some sweet potato and homemade baked beans. I'm using some pork sausages, and if you live in Korea, these ones cook and taste great. You can pick them up from Emart. I'm making it real easy today, and I'm using some shop bought chips, and I get these also from Emart. So place them into your preheated oven 180°C with your sausages, and just make sure to put the chips on the top shelf as it will be a little bit hotter. If you cannot find any Heinz baked beans, then just use another brand and add a knob of butter, and this will elevate the flavour of your baked beans. Halfway through the cooking, about 12 to 15 minutes depending on the heat of your oven, turn your sausages over and give your chips a good shake or turn them in the pan. Towards the end of the cooking, with about 5 minutes to go, turn the heat on and cook your baked beans, and as soon as they come to a boil, they're ready. They really don't take long to cook at all. Now, some British households like to add a fried egg to this meal, so please leave a comment below if you prefer to eat sausage chips and beans with or without a fried egg. As you can see, a really simple meal, and I like it because it just cooks itself. And if you'd like to see some more British classic recipes, then please check out the channel and consider subscribing. I try to post at least one new video every week. As soon as everything is cooked, remove from the oven, salt your chips and serve up. Then enjoy your sausage chips and beans, and today I serve them with some homemade coleslaw. In this second part of the video, we're going to prepare a slightly healthier version of this British comfort food, sausages, chips and beans, and we'll start by preparing the homemade baked beans. There are different ways to make baked beans, and in today's video, I'm going to show you a simple way, but it does involve soaking the beans overnight. Once your beans have been soaked, rinse them and place them into a pan, fill with water, and allow these to simmer for about 30 minutes until the beans start to get soft. As they are cooking, you can skim off any of the froth that gathers on the top of the water. You will know when it's ready when the bean starts to feel soft between your fingers. Take it off the heat. Purple sweet potatoes are my favourite to eat, but you can use any type. You can carefully cut them into perfect chips, uniform in size, or go for a more rustic style as I do today. After soaking them for about 15 minutes, pat them dry, then add some cornstarch which will help crisp them up, and I like to add a little bit of smoked paprika for flavour, but feel free to add any spices that you would like. The final thing to do is to drizzle some oil on top and mix them into your sweet potato chips. Then evenly spread them out on an oven tray and place them into a preheated oven on the top shelf with the sausages on the lower shelf, just like we did in the first recipe, and don't forget to turn them halfway through cooking. While the sausages and chips are cooking, we can get on with the final stage of making the baked beans. So into a pan, add some oil and cut up onions and cook these until they start to become soft. Once your onions have picked up a little bit of colour, you can then add a cup of tomato sauce and mix and allow this to cook for about 2 minutes. Next we will add a good splash of Worcestershire sauce, and then followed by about 250 millilitres of water. Mix this in well and then season with some salt and pepper. I like to add a little bit of cayenne for some extra heat. You will notice in today's recipe the onions are quite large. Usually I would dice them up so that they disappear into the sauce, but today this is my quick version of baked beans, and I will post a detailed video on how to make baked beans soon. Place your soft beans into a pan and they will soften even more as they finish cooking and simmering on the top of the stove. Into this, add a tablespoon of brown sugar, a splash of lemon juice, and I like to add 1 tablespoon of mustard that just adds a depth of flavour to the baked beans. You will have seen that today we are using white kidney beans, and these are slightly bigger than the navy beans that are traditionally used, but I like them as they have a little more substance to them. Have a taste of your baked beans to check that the flavours are balanced, and then add some cornstarch mixed with water to thicken the sauce. Your beans are ready, so all that's left to do is to serve up a plate of your oven-baked crispy sweet potato chips and juicy sausages. Then add a few generous spoons of your delicious homemade baked beans onto the plate, and I like to serve this alongside a wonderful green salad. And as I always say, I really appreciate you watching. Have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. God bless.